A blind leap, a journey of hundreds of kilometers, not out of choice, but out of survival. The beluga whale, singing through a maze of ice. The young murre, diving into the abyss without ever having learned to fly. This is not just a migration. It is the ultimate test of instinct, of memory, and of ancient faith. Before we begin this journey, tell us, where are you watching this video from? So we know that the wild is still being heard from every corner of the world. Welcome to Arctic Migration, an epic journey of survival. The Arctic, a white-out world where the horizon disappears into ice and snow. Here, the cold is not just weather. It is an ancient law, shaping how every creature survives. And in this land that seems frozen in time, silent migrations still unfold, each year at the same moment, along the same path. The Northwest Passage, a narrow sea corridor winding through the icy archipelagos of Canada. Once, a place where exploration ships were trapped by towering ice walls up to 18 meters high. But within this frozen maze, there is one who knows the way. No compass, no engine. A white shape glides beneath the ice, and right beside it, a smaller, still young figure. Its calf. A mother and calf pair of beluga whales is making their first journey together, along a route remembered by instinct alone. This creature is known as the canary of the sea. They don't speak, they sing, a language like no other, echoing across the frozen ocean. Thanks to that call, the calf never loses its mother, not even by half a stroke. They are not just migrating, they are passing on memory. Beluga whales have no dorsal fin, a detail that may seem small, but it is the very secret that helps them survive in this land. No snagging on ice, no tracks left behind. They glide just beneath the surface, like silent shadows under the frozen skin of the sea. The calf, still young, has already learned to hold its breath for over 8 minutes as it searches for breathing holes in the ice. In a place where one wrong collision could mean death, they move guided by memory and by a faith rooted in millions of years of instinct. At last, after hours of swimming through the frozen maze, the entire pod emerges from the dense ice field, and ahead of them, a wide open shore where the ocean exhales for the first time after the long winter. After hundreds of kilometers swimming through ice, they have arrived, a hidden inlet where the temperature is 11 degrees warmer than the sea, a place where fresh water mingles with salt, carrying the memory of rivers that melt each summer. The adult whales have returned, as they have done all their lives. And today, they bring the next generation to understand why this place is known as the cradle of rebirth. The inlet is barely 2 meters deep, but that's more than enough for the most refreshing group bath in the Arctic. Meltwater from the river flows in, up to 11 degrees warmer than the sea. Software soothing, like a natural spa designed just for beluga whales. The adults begin shedding their old skin, by rubbing their bodies against the smooth rocks on the bottom. Each graceful spin, like an ancient underwater dance. The calves eagerly copy them. It's their first time spinning in the shallow water, seeking that pleasant itch as they brush their backs against cool stones. One mother slows down to guide her calf, showing how to tilt its body and properly scrub the hard-to-reach spots. The whole pod moves like a family on an underwater picnic. Some are busy scrubbing necks, others try a belly massage. A few aunties circle around like they're doing water aerobics. No one says a word, but their songs fill the inlet, gentle, playful, like a summer choir beneath the surface. Not just a few individuals, but a full summer gathering of over 2,000 beluga whales coming together as one. From across the Arctic seas, they quietly swim toward this warm water sanctuary, guided by memories etched into their very being. Each turn of the body sheds old skin, releasing salt, parasites, and the weariness of a long winter. Even the youngest learn how to care for themselves. No music, no lights, only songs echoing for miles and movements in perfect harmony with the light and the water. A white celebration, brief, magnificent, and happening only once each year. Their songs still echo through the warm waters, spreading for kilometers, like a symphony of life and light. But somewhere out there, that sound begins to fade, not because of waves, not because of wind, but because something is quietly approaching. They don't come here by chance. Polar bears know. This is the season when the beluga whales return. After a long winter surviving on carcasses and ice remnants, now it is fresh meat that calls. It's instinct that drives them, but not a blind instinct. It's memory, as precise as the tides. They don't hunt with speed. They hunt with timing. Some can't wait any longer. After starving too long, they dive into the water, closing in on the belugas as they swim near. But in open water, a beluga moves like lightning tearing through the sea. One flick of the tail, and it vanishes in a blur of white. That tactic clearly doesn't work. A bear may be a strong swimmer, but a beluga is born of water. Others don't move at all. They choose their spot, high on rocky outcrops, close to where the whales will pass. As the tide rises, they wait for the tide, wait for the belugas to come close to shore, until the distance is just one leap away. No sound, no motion, only eyes and breath held deep in an empty chest. As long as the hunter reveals nothing, the chance will come. While some predators hold their breath at the water's edge, up above, Another world is holding its breath too, not for the hunt, but because for the first time in their lives, they must leave the nest. The thick-billed murre, a bird that lives on the edge of sheer cliffs, is facing the most important moment of its life. It cannot fly. It cannot turn back. And below lies the ocean. It was born in a place not meant for the faint of heart, atop a cliff over 150 meters high, where one misstep means goodbye forever. But to Ubud, this is home, a modest nest suspended between sky and sea. Mother brings fish each day, as if the ocean were just below. Father shields it from cold winds and the watchful eyes of predators. Compared to the hundreds of thousands of birds packed below, it lives like a prince. No jostling, no shoving, just lie still and wait. Three weeks old. In the world of birds, that is the threshold between eggshell and abyss. It has never known strong winds, never felt its young wings touch the sea. Each day has been a gentle loop, nurtured by watchful eyes and the tireless returns of its devoted parents. But the rock is starting to cool. The meals are fewer, and the ocean waits for no one. As the fish leave the shallows, the children of the cliffs must go down. It doesn't know how to fly, but it must jump. There's no trail, no path cleared ahead, only empty space, over 150 meters deep, and a heartbeat pounding wildly in its chest. One wrong jump, and it will shatter on the rocks. But wait too long, and it will starve. The others have already gone. Now, it's its turn. Beside it is the father. No one can teach how to fly, but they can teach how to leap. The first jump is a leap of survival. The father dives first, pulling the chick behind like a falling star. No wings unfold, only a body in free fall, and a belief that the ocean lies below. And then, a harsh impact. Instead of hitting the sea, it crashes into a rocky ledge jutting out. The impact could kill any other bird, but not this one. Thick, soft feathers, built to survive the fall. It stretches its body, wobbles, then tumbles again, this time into the sea. The ocean is not a reward. It is the second test. The gray-winged gull, the opportunistic thief, has been waiting above. It dives like an arrow, snatching a stray chick, still learning to swim. They don't hunt to live. They hunt to steal. The flock erupts in chaos, fighting over the life of one soul not yet ready for the sea. But in that chaos, sometimes there is a miracle. A cry for help rings out. Not just the family hears it. Neighbors on the nearby rocky ledges rush down too. They are not related, not from the same nest, but born on the same cliff. Means they fight on the same side. In the coldest land on earth, life never stops moving, whether through songs across the frozen ocean or leaps with no way back from cliffs. But these migrations, journeys repeated for thousands of years, are now being stifled into silence. Beluga whales, unable to navigate amid the noise of ships and oil rigs. Murre birds, losing breeding grounds as ancient cliffs erode and under rising seas. They remember the way, but if that way no longer exists, where will ancestral memory lead them? No creature can migrate if the world they head to is slowly disappearing. Keep the path alive, not just for whales, for seabirds, but for all things quietly slipping away before we even notice. If you've ever heard the song of a beluga, or felt your heart race with the brave leap from a cliff, perhaps nature still speaks within you. Leave your thoughts below about migration, about life, or simply what left you speechless watching this journey. Because sometimes a single word can become the next bird in flight.